What's poppin', and welcome back to another episode of Fletcher the Fisherman. And today I'm out here with my good buddy Zach.
What's up, y'all?
And we're gonna be doing a little bit of fishing. It's actually the same exact day as the last video Zach was featured in, but we ended up catching the fish like crazy and filmed that last video super quick. So we thought we'd go ahead and do another video. But if you haven't checked out that last one, make sure you do after you watch this one, because one of us had to lick a fish and it was kind of gross, and it's definitely worth a view. But today we're gonna be fishing with a glide bait. I had a nice little bite on this just a second ago, and it wasn't by a very big fish, so I thought I might be able to pull out a big one from this pond. There's a ton of chunks in here. I'm talking some big old bass. So I'm gonna give that a go, and Zach's just gonna continue to fish with the lipless like he was in the last video. So if he catches a nice one, I'll include it, but we're gonna go ahead and get after it. So let's start fishing. Before I get started here today, I want to go ahead and show y'all the bait I'm going to be using. This is a S-Waver, it's a glide bait, and I have it in a nice shad color pattern, nice black top, got a little bit of see-through body, some nice silvery scales. This should be perfect for these fish in here because they're definitely primarily feeding on shad. Let's go ahead and give this thing a toss. Literally my first cast with this in the last video I hooked up, so hopefully, I mean, I haven't taken a single cast with it since, so hopefully it continues to produce and I can find one of these big old bass that lurks somewhere in this pond. Oh, one just came up for it. It was probably a solid 3-pounder. He just barely nipped at it. He didn't fully commit. Maybe he'll come back. That was, I think, my second cast. Oh, these fish want this thing in here. Oh, there's a bass underneath it. See that? Oh, there we go. There we go. Not a monster, but finally hooked up after a few escaped being captured. Oh, come on in here, buddy. But we're gonna have to tip the scales a little bit more than this, but it's a solid start, healthy fish. First little fish of the day, nothing too special, but probably a solid, I want to say like 2.5 pounds. I've watched this fish come up and smoke it, or actually I didn't, Zach did. I looked away as soon as he came up and got it, but I heard Zach going, oh, before I even felt the fish bite. But I've had like 3 or 4 followers already, and the biggest one I think probably looked close to 4, and it's only been about 10 minutes, so my potential to catch a big old bass in here on this glide bait today seems pretty high. I got a lot of activities so far. Great fish. Let's keep it rolling. Let's get her back in. Later.
6 people, and that's like 90% of my team there that day, if I even have 6 people there. Most days we have like...
There's one. Good fish right here. Definitely my best one so far today. This one's gotta be 4. This is a good fish, guys. This is a good fish. I don't know. I can't tell. I got to look at him, and he looked bigger, and now I can't really tell how big he is. Let's get him on in the boat, though. He's a good one. Oh, that's 4 all day, baby. That's 4 all day.
Oh, I chased your same spot.
You got one? Doubled up right here. I think I got Zach beat by just a little bit. Let's get a little quick size comparison for y'all. Here's a 1-pounder, and this one I'm saying my guess is either super high 3s or 4 pounds. I mean, this one has got a gut on her. I mean, that is a beautiful fish right there. Absolutely gorgeous, super thick. I mean, take a look at that belly. Whew! That's a good one. Let's get her back in. Let this fat girl go. Later. Swim on.
Oh, I got a bite of something.
Feel good?
Tugging.
Oh yeah, that's a better one. Nice.
Let's see.
Let him have some line. That's probably enough. Just bring it in. Oh yeah, there you go. That's probably your best one yet.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's trying to go under the boat.
So you got him?
Oh!
Dang. That was a solid 3-pounder.
Bummer I didn't get him in the boat, but happy to be getting bites.
Oh, that bass was huge. Oh my God, that was at least 5 pounds. That was at least 5 pounds. Oh, come back, please. No! Dude, that was a huge bass. Yeah, dude, that was a big bass. That one was big. That could have been bigger than 5.
Stick it back in. It feels way less.
There's one. There's a little dude. Dang, I can't believe this dude went after this thing. He is not very big. This bait's like a third of the size of him. I don't think you could swallow that, buddy. You are fat, so you are ambitious. I'll give you that. This guy's been eating some pine straw. There's pine straw down his throat. This guy's going after all kinds of things that he's not supposed to eat. The little dude was not hooked well, came right off as soon as I grabbed him, but glad I caught him. Nevertheless, let's get her right back in. Adios. Yeah, I think. God, another bass just came out and lipped it. Probably another about 2.5, 3 pounder right there. You said you never heard from her again?
Well, no, I have to.
Oh, okay.
I was going fishing.
There we go. There's a fish. Got him. Absolutely swamped that thing. He came up and just looked at it first, and then he went away, and then he came back and came in fast and furious and hammered that thing. Great little bass right here. Quality bass right here. Definitely probably high 2s, getting close to 3. Meaty little fish. Pretty girl, let's get her back in, and we're still on the hunt for that giant. Later. So the way I'm fishing this thing today is I'm just gonna take a cast, and as soon as it hits the water, I'm just gonna let it settle just for 1 or 2 seconds. And then I'm gonna start doing small reel flicks, so just like that. And what that does is it makes that bait just walk to the left, walk to the right, walk to the left, walk to the right. And that back and forth action's almost like a spook or something like that. Underwater, it works really well for getting these bass fired up. And the other thing I'm gonna do is cast it out, let it settle again. But this time I'm gonna reel really slow, just a nice crawl. And this bait is just gonna have a slow-ass swim to it. And what I'm gonna do after a few seconds of that is a little burst. And what that burst is gonna do is it's gonna speed that bait up, and then I'm gonna just stop it cold, and it's gonna flutter out to one side and fall, and then slow reel it again and do the same thing and let it flutter out. That's a really good way of getting bass to take it and not just come up and nip at it. Oh, goodness! Oh, see? I don't think I did either of those tactics there, but that's a good bass. He just hit it as soon as it settled. I think I hit him right on the head, so that's probably what got him to react that aggressively. He hammered that though. Great fish. Come on in here, buddy. That is a nice bass right there. He was just hanging out up under that canopy. Take a look at that. He is not even hooked. That hook is not even through this fish's mouth. He was just pressure hooked. Look, this is just gonna come right off. No effort at all. I can't believe I got him in the boat. That's pretty crazy. Man, I love an aggressive bite like that. This girl swamped that thing. I mean, I'm not kidding. I must have hit her right on the head, because the second that thing hit the water, I mean, it might have settled for half a second and just boom, this fish blew up on it. Great catch. Let's get on moving. Later. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up today's video. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to hook into a giant. I did have some really big followers, and I had one that was probably between like 5 and 6 come up and try to get it, but he did not fully commit, so I wasn't able to get him. But anyways, hopefully y'all enjoyed today's video, and if you did, smash that like button for me. It really does go a long way for me in the channel. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn that bell notification on. And as always, bass is a passion. Peace out.